Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fishin and Merfolk Podcast official stream. I am your host, Cody Smith, and looks like we are starting off today with some. Oh, I have to. That's why I always have the chat disappear. There's a lot going on the stream. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully everybody's having a good night, enjoying their Friday. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you all doing that for us and showing support. It's really great that you all are doing that. There we go. Okay. All right, sweet. So we've got some Chalicefolk tonight. So we have a couple cards here we're going to go over real quick. The main thing that is this deck is Chalice of the Void. So we are going to be playing Chalice of the Void here tonight. 4 of Chalice of the Void and 4 of Repeal, which is another pretty sweet magic card. It kind of scales as the game goes, so you can kind of use it early as a way to pop off a troublesome person, a troublesome body, troublesome creature. And then we've of course got the Master of Waves. We've got a couple dismembers here. We've got our playset of Silver Gale Adepts because we are playing Merfolk. We have 4 of Spreading Seas, just like normal. We also are running Quorum Commander, which is actually a very interesting card to add. It is a 2/2 for 2, but has level up for 1, and the level up is an ability that you can only use as a sorcery. But at level 2, it becomes a 3/3 of flying, so that's not a bad start. And then once you pop it up to level 4, it becomes a 4/4 and a Lord. So it's basically just another Lord for us to be able to have and kind of get at our opponents with. And then we have the usual suspects, Lord of Atlantis and Master of the Pearl Trident. So nothing unusual there. We're running 4 of Aether Vial because Aether Vial, and we have 2 of Peak. And the reason I'm running Peak this time around is I want to test it out and see how it goes, because a lot of the times with this deck is kind of prone to blowouts a little bit, I think. And having Peak be able to just be able to like look and see, check and see that the check and see that the coast is clear, I think would be pretty useful. The land base, so we have 4 of Fairy Conclave. We're looking to slow down our opponent with these chalices and these repeals. So having these man lands is a good way to get in some extra damage. We have 11 islands. My favorite white border 7th edition basics. And then we have 1 of Cavern of Souls, just because, you never know. Having it there can be definitely helpful. 4 of Mutavaults, as we're wont to have in Chalicefolk, or in any Merfolk version. And 1 of Oboro, Palace in the Clouds, just to have. Let's go ahead and join this match and see what happens. All right, well, we won the die roll. Well, this is a slow hand, but it's kind of setting us up. So we'll go ahead and keep this and see what happens. Like, if it said 1 less land, I'd be much happier with it. Let's go ahead and start with an island and get a vial down. Alright, Wooded Foothills for our opponent, and they're going to fetch. And we'll be able to peek and see what's going on. Although, if they're going that aggressive, it's probably like a... Pelt Collector. That is a new magic card. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's have a closer look. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, if that creature's power is greater than Pelt Collector's, put a +1/+1 counter on Pelt Collector. I wonder what this is. It's always interesting to see these new cards. Oh, we have to place it on the stack. Yes, we would like to take up Aether Vial. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we should have done, we should have led with Mutavault there. Let's go ahead and peek and see what's going on with our opponent's hand here. And maybe that's not correct. Alright, so this is just like Jund good stuff. Reckless Bushwhacker, Pelt Collector, Bolt, Death Shadow, Blood Crypt. So Sacred Foundry. Yes, this is just like a 4-color pile. Alright, cool. And we got ourselves a Chalice of the Void. So let's see here. So next turn we can Chalice on 1 and be pretty safe for a little bit. Because we have our opponent's hand up here. Let's just go ahead and put that over here. And as you can see with a Pelt Collector, they'll probably play the Pelt. Well, I don't know if they'll play the Pelt Collector, but we'll see. They might Reckless Bushwhacker here just to get some extra damage in. And then once we start repealing things back to their hands, then the things are just stuck in their hands. And we're in a great position. Our opponent takes 2. Oh, they play a second Pelt Collector. Fine by me. And we'll still be able to play our Lord because we can just use the Aether Vial's ability. Alright, sweet. So we're going to go ahead and Chalice for 1. If you want to. Yeah, I think so. Oh. Well, then go lay down. Okay. Alright, so now all these cards are stranded in our opponent's hand. We can delete those. So yeah, we've got a pretty good... We got a good start here. And we still have... we're able to Vial in our Lord. And start getting some damage in here. So the bolts and the Death Shadow are locked in our opponent's hand, which is great. I mean, let's see, they have 6 cards in hand now, so... Alright, so there's another card that we didn't know that they had. So there's only 1 unknown, which is great for us. And he's playing the Reckless Bushwhacker. Hard casting to get the Pelt Collectors off. Which is fine. Okay, we're going to take some damage here, but it's fine. Oh, messed that up. Yeah, we're going to use the ability. I should have done that end of turn. That's definitely my bad there. Oh well. Things happen, you know. No, we're going to keep Aether Violet too. I mean, if we wanted to, we could just Master Waves here, but... I think that may actually be kind of what we want to do here. Because our opponent really can't... I mean, he does not have that Reckless Bushwhacker in hand. He has an unknown card, but... I mean, this will only get us 3 It'll basically stop him from being able to attack effectively, which is what we want. Sure. Oh, so that trigger goes right on the stack. All right, and then our opponent scoops it up. All right. So gut shot looks like it'll be pretty good here. I don't know about dismember. Dismember kind of depends if our opponent gets ahead of us. Maybe we could use some dismembers and maybe cut. I mean, we didn't even see pretty much anything else. I think vials are going to be a little bit rougher. So maybe we could cut the vials for dismembers. Oh, we're still too short. Echoing Truth actually seems pretty good. Let's bring in Echoing Truth instead of Dismember. Just make it so they can't stick anything. And we'll bring in... Oh, one Dismember, sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, turn 1 Peak, turn 2 Chalice. Seems good. It seems like a turn 2 Chalice is just safe anyway, and I like all these Echoing Truths as well. But we do want to peek before we Chalice, just to be double sure. Alright, Arid Mesa for our opponent. Shocking in a Stomping Ground. And they get a Goblin Guide in play. It's a good way to get some damage done pretty quick. Alright, well, Dismember enters the revealed card zone. What? Oh. Okay. Well, they got 2 on us. Go ahead and take a peek. Shriekmaw. That's neat. Alright, well, we need to get this, does the Vexing Devil does not have haste. Okay. Alright, so we're going to draw an extra card. We're going to draw a Fairy Conclave there. And we're just going to pass the turn. And we're going to start bouncing things back to our opponent's hand here. If they can just draw us another land off this Goblin Guide, I think that'd be pretty nice. And we're just gonna take the damage. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, that's not visible. Alright, yeah, so Vexing Devil's gone. They still have a Wooded Foothills in hand. I bet they're gonna attack first just so they can see if they can get an extra card. Oh, we got another land. Sweet. There's the Wooded Foothills. They did not crack it. And we're just gonna Chalice here. So there's only one unknown card in our opponent's hand. Alright, so they are gonna crack the Foothills to get a Blood Crypt and probably bolt us in the face. Yep, we're gonna take the bolt. And then next turn we can play Fairy Conclave, and we can kind of start, we can Echoing Truth the Goblin Guide back to their hand, and then they just won't have things to do for a while. Oh, well that's actually kind of stinks for us. Well, there goes a Chalice of the Void. All right, Goblin Guide coming in hot. Taking the damage. They have 3 cards in hand, and we know 2 of them, so. We'll go ahead and pass the turn and wait until after they attack to do any sort of Echoing Truthing. Oh, bolt our face. Down to 4. Alright, so now they only have one more card that we don't know about. It does kind of stink that we cannot dismember now. So the ability happens. Okay, we have drawn fairly okay, I'd say. Bounce that back to their hand. So they do have a included in this pile is a Goblin Guide, and they're going to replay it. Sure. Ugh. Alright, unfortunately it looks like we're going to be on blocking duty because they have a Shriek Maw. So they can destroy one of our creatures, and then I don't know what else is in their hand, so they might still just have lethal anyway, but we have to give it a shot, and we're going to cast Silver Gold Adept first so we can draw an extra card. Oops, sorry about that. Our opponent's thinking about what they're going to do here. I don't know if they're going to do anything crazy or whatnot, but alright, so we're going to get to draw our card. Well, that doesn't do it, so let's go ahead and play our second creature because we need bodies. We have not seen a Corehelm Commander yet, have we? We have not. Here we are, anyway, so we'll see how it goes. If you're just joining us in the chat, thank you very much for stopping by. We are Fishin, a Merfolk Podcast. Ooh, Burning Tree Emissary, okay. We are a Merfolk only podcast, basically. Oh. Well, that's it. That is all she wrote. Well, not quite yet, but... Alright, another Fairy Conclave. Let's see what our opponent does here. They have no more mana, so I don't know. Okay, blocks happen. They go to 2, or we go to 2. Well, we could kill ourselves. I don't think we want to do that. But we are very close to dead, so it's definitely something to consider to start using mutavaults to block, and unfortunately we cannot gut shot, we cannot dismember. I'm surprised our opponent hasn't dropped their oh, there's the Shriek Maw, sure. Evoking a Shriek Maw just basically forces me to, or destroys the master. Here comes Death Shadow, and we can bounce it. Or we could block it. So we do not know anything that is in our opponent's hand. Oh, they're handless. Okay. I mean, we're dead to a top deck bolt anyway, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Let's start cutting him off of red if we can. There's a Core Helm Commander. But we'll be able to bounce this Echoing Truth, because we need to. We cannot let this thing kill us, basically. All right, he cycled into a Street Wraith and then cycled into a Street Wraith. All right, a Pelt Collector. Not super concerned with the Pelt Collector, but it is an interesting addition to this deck. And here comes the Death Shadow again. Oh, that's an interesting little combo there. Oh, let's undo that. So we're going to reveal Silvergo Adept, see what we draw. Well, we can level him up, and provided he doesn't have a Shriek Maw, we can at least block the Pelt Collector, or he doesn't have something that has a higher toughness, and then we can block with the Silvergill here, because we want this Lord alive. We're forcing our opponent into this game. We're forcing our opponent to play Magic. And I know they don't like it, but that's fine. They don't have to like it. Alright. Okay, we're going to go ahead and chump here with the Silvergill Adept, unfortunately. Sorry, Silvergill Adepts. I wish we didn't have these two dead cards in our hand now. That does stink. Alright, so that does make our Core Helm Commander a 5/5. So it can trade with this Death Shadow. To be fair, we still are dead to a top deck bolt. So So, I mean, if that happens, then we're just done anyway. But oh, Vexing Devil, yeah, that'll do it. No, I do not wish to take 4 damage. That is an interesting interaction with the Vexing Devil and the Pelt Collector. Our opponent is weighing the costs of attacks here, because I mean, once we trade here, then we will still be okay. We have all these man lands. I mean, like I said, we're still dead to a top deck. Oh, okay, well, let's peek and draw another card. Alright, they've got a mountain in hand. Sweet. Alright, and actually that repeal is not bad. Maybe we should have done that the other way, but whatever. Let's get some damage here in the air. Get our opponent down to 6. Yeah, we should definitely done that, but at least we can repeal this for 2, because yeah, we should have activated that. All right, so there's the piece we knew about. Okay, let's go ahead and repeal this. Alright, we draw Lord of Atlantis. That's actually not too terrible. Alright, we have a Burning Tree Emissary, and he's going to cast the Vexing Devil off that free mana, so... we might still have enough damage on board. No, I do not wish to take the damage. So let's see here. So we have, so for each of these we need 2 mana. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just one. See, that's why we should have attacked with both of them. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to Lord of Atlantis, and then we're going to Master of Waves, and we'll still be able to... no, we won't be able to, but we'll... I mean, we'll at least be able to stabilize this way. And we can also threaten something with this 2 blue. And also Master of Waves being pro-red is definitely a plus here. So just as long as they don't top deck a Bolt, we're still live. Alright, we won. Sweet. Alright, 2-0 against, I don't know, Hollow One Pelt Collector combo something?